Hi, I'm Lennox. At 62, I've spent my life putting family first, working extra shifts as a nurse to help my son Jack through college, babysitting my grandchildren 3 days a week, and hosting Sunday dinners like clockwork. So when my daughter-in-law Emma dropped her bombshell at last week's family dinner, the table went silent. "You never do anything for us," she said, fork clattering against her plate. "We're always the ones making the effort." I felt my face flush. "I'm sorry you feel that way, Emma. I thought I was—" "Mom hosts dinner every week," Jack interrupted, glancing nervously between us. "And she watches the kids while we're at work." Emma rolled her eyes. "Because she wants to, not because we need her to. My mother would have moved in to help if I'd let her." My longtime friend Diane, who often joined our family dinners, shifted uncomfortably. "Lennox is the most generous person I know. Just last month, she helped me move apartments." "Well, she's never offered to help us move," Emma snapped. "Or to contribute to the kids' college funds or to take us on vacation like Trisha's mother-in-law does." Jack placed his hand on mine. "Emma, that's not fair." "It's fine," I said, my voice steadier than I felt. "Everyone's entitled to their opinion." The conversation shifted, but something had broken inside me. After everyone left, I sat alone in my kitchen replaying Emma's words when my phone rang. It was Diane. "Are you okay?" she asked. "That was brutal." "I'm still processing," I admitted. "Have I really been so unhelpful all these years?" "Absolutely not. Emma was completely out of line. You've done everything for them." I twisted the dish towel in my hands. Then why would she say that? Because she's ungrateful? Because she's setting the stage for something? I don't know, but it doesn't add up. "Setting the stage for what?" Diane hesitated. "This might be nothing, but last week I saw Emma having lunch with a real estate agent. They were looking at papers." "Jack didn't mention anything about moving," I said slowly. "Maybe they're just looking. But combined with tonight, I'm wondering if there's more going on." "Like what?" "Like maybe they're planning something they don't want you involved in. My cousin's daughter-in-law did the same thing, complained about her interference right before they moved across the country without telling her." My stomach dropped. "You think they're planning to move away?" "I don't know, but Emma's sudden complaint feels calculated." "I need to find out what's going on," I said, without causing more drama. "Call Daniel," Diane suggested. "Emma tells him everything." Daniel was Jack's cousin and had always been close with Emma. If anyone knew what was happening, it would be him. "I'll call him tomorrow," I agreed. "And Diane? Thank you for being here." "Always. And Lennox, whatever's happening, don't let Emma gaslight you. You've been nothing but generous." After hanging up, I sat in my silent kitchen, my mind racing. Emma's words echoed in my head. "You never do anything for us." Why now, after 7 years of marriage to my son? What was she really trying to say or set up? Daniel agreed to meet me for coffee the next morning at the local diner. He slid into the booth across from me, looking uncomfortable. "Thanks for coming," I said, pushing a mug toward him. "I wanted to talk about what happened at dinner yesterday." He fidgeted with a sugar packet. "Yeah, that was intense." "Did you know Emma felt that way about me?" "Not exactly," he hedged. "But she's been talking about changes." "What kind of changes?" the waitress interrupted, dropping off our orders. When she left, Daniel leaned forward. "Look, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but Emma and Jack are planning to move to Phoenix. Jack got a job offer." My coffee suddenly tasted bitter. "When were they going to tell me?" "After Emma's parents' anniversary party next month. But that's not all." He hesitated again. "They're asking Emma's parents to move with them. They've found a place with an in-law suite." The revelation hit like a physical blow. "So Emma's parents get an in-law suite, but I get—" "What? A phone call from across the country?" "I'm sorry, Lennox. I thought you knew." "No, and apparently I'm not supposed to." I took a deep breath. "Is there anything else I should know?" Daniel shifted uncomfortably. "Well, Emma's been telling people you refused to help with the down payment. She said they asked you to contribute since her parents are putting in $50,000. They never asked me for a penny," I said, my voice tight. I would have helped if they'd asked. That's not all, Daniel continued. She's been saying you've refused to watch the kids more so she can take real estate classes. She's never asked me to watch them more. I'm already watching them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday while they work. Daniel looked genuinely surprised. She told everyone you only watch them once a week, and even then, you complain about it. My hands trembled against my mug. That's absolutely false. There's more, Daniel said reluctantly. Emma told her parents you've been trying to convince Jack to reject the Phoenix job because you don't want them to leave. I didn't even know about the job until you just told me. Our conversation was interrupted when my phone rang. It was Sarah, another friend who often helped with my grandchildren. Lennox, I just ran into Emma at the grocery store, she said without preamble. She was telling Margaret that you've been bad-mouthing her to Jack's side of the family. What? That's ridiculous. I know. I called her out on it. She got flustered and left. Sarah paused. Is everything okay between you two? Not really. Can you meet me and Daniel at Riverside Diner? There's something going on. 20 minutes later, Sarah joined us. As we compared notes, a disturbing pattern emerged. Emma had been systematically lying about me to friends, family, and apparently anyone who would listen. Why would she do this? Sarah asked. To justify moving away without guilt, Daniel suggested. If everyone thinks Lennox is difficult and unhelpful, they'll support their decision to leave. We need to talk to Jack, I said firmly. He can't possibly know what she's saying. Or maybe he does, Daniel said gently. Emma mentioned he's been frustrated that you won't help with their mortgage payments. But they've never asked. I helped them with their wedding, with the down payment on their first house. I would have helped again if they'd asked. Sarah placed her hand on mine. This feels deliberate, Lennox. She's creating a narrative where you're the villain. Well, I said, straightening my shoulders, it's time to set the record straight. I invited Jack for lunch the following day, alone. He looked surprised when he arrived at my house and found no one else there. Where's everyone else? He asked, hanging up his jacket. Just us today, I replied, gesturing to the kitchen table. We need to talk. His expression immediately turned wary. About what? About Phoenix. About the lies Emma's been telling about me. About all of it. His face paled. How did you... Does it matter? The point is, I know. I know about the move, about Emma's parents getting an in-law suite, about the stories she's been spreading. Jack sat heavily. Mom, it's complicated. Uncomplicate it for me. Did you know Emma's been telling people I refuse to help with your down payment? He looked down. She said you weren't interested when she mentioned it. She never mentioned it. Not once. She said... She lied, Jack. Just like she lied about me refusing to watch the kids more and about me bad-mouthing her to family members. Jack's expression shifted from defensive to confused. What are you talking about? Emma told people I only watch the kids once a week and complain about it. She told people I'm trying to sabotage your Phoenix job, a job I didn't even know about until yesterday. That can't be right, he said, but his certainty was wavering. I pulled out my phone. Call Sarah. Call Daniel. Call Diane. They'll all tell you the same thing. Why would she lie about this? You tell me, I countered. But while you're figuring it out, I want you to know something. I've always been willing to help. I've just been waiting for you to ask. Jack ran his hands through his hair. I don't understand. Emma said you told her you couldn't help anymore because you were saving for a cruise. I've never said anything like that. The only cruise I've mentioned was the one I was planning to take all of us on for my 65th birthday. You, Emma, the kids, everyone. What? It was going to be a surprise, but I've been saving for years. Ask my financial advisor if you don't believe me. Jack looked stunned. I had no idea. Clearly, there's a lot you don't know. I took a deep breath. I want you to be happy, Jack. If that means moving to Phoenix, I'll support you. But I won't accept being vilified for things I haven't done. The doorbell rang. I opened it to find Emma standing there, looking furious. "What is this emergency meeting?" she demanded, pushing past me. When she saw Jack at the table, her expression changed. "Jack? What's going on?" "We're discussing the lies you've been telling about my mom," he said quietly. Emma's face flushed. "What lies? I haven't—" "Save it," I interrupted. "Daniel, Sarah, Diane, they've all confirmed what you've been saying." "They misunderstood," Emma insisted. "All of them? In exactly the same way?" I shook my head. "You told people I refused to help with your down payment. You told them I barely watched the kids. You told them I've been trying to sabotage your move, a move I knew nothing about." "You're twisting things," she said desperately. "Jack, she's trying to turn you against me." "By telling the truth?" I asked. "The truth is, you've always undermined me," Emma snapped. "You're controlling and manipulative." Jack stood up. "Stop it, Emma. This isn't helping." "You're taking her side?" Emma's voice rose. "After everything I've done for this family?" "I'm not taking sides," Jack said. "I'm trying to understand what's happening." "What's happening is your mother is trying to ruin our future," Emma shouted, grabbing a vase from the table and throwing it against the wall. The crash echoed through the kitchen. Jack and I stared at her in shock. "Get out of my house," I said quietly. "Gladly," Emma snarled, grabbing her purse. "Jack, are you coming?" He hesitated, looking between us. "If you leave with her now," I said calmly, "you're choosing to believe her lies over the truth." "Don't listen to her manipulation," Emma said, pulling at his arm. Jack gently removed her hand. "I think we all need some space. I'm going to stay at Daniel's tonight." "Fine," Emma spat. "Side with them. See if I care." She stormed out, slamming the door behind her. Jack turned to me. "I'm sorry. I need time to process all this." "Take all the time you need," I replied. "The truth isn't going anywhere." 3 weeks later, I met with my lawyer to discuss the defamation case against Emma. "These statements from Sarah, Diane, and Daniel are compelling evidence," she said, reviewing the documents. "The texts Emma sent clearly constitute defamation." Jack entered, looking tired but determined. "Emma's still denying everything, but I've seen the proof myself." "Have you decided about Phoenix?" I asked. "I turned down the job," he replied. "Emma pushed for it, not me. I never wanted to move away from you." My phone buzzed with an alert from my security system. "Emma's at my house." When we arrived, Emma was pounding on my front door. "You've ruined everything!" she shouted when she saw us. "Emma, what are you doing?" Jack asked calmly. She whirled around. "There you are. We need to talk about Phoenix. The movers are coming next week." "I told you I turned down the job," Jack said. "You can find another one there. My parents already put a deposit on the house." "You need to leave," I said firmly. "This is all your fault," she snarled, advancing toward me. "You've poisoned him against me." "No, your lies did that," I replied. 2 police officers approached. I'd called them as a precaution. "Is there a problem here?" one asked. "This woman is trespassing and making threats," I explained. "I'm her daughter-in-law," Emma protested. "My estranged daughter-in-law who previously destroyed property in my home," I corrected. "Ma'am, step back, please," the officer directed Emma. "This is ridiculous," she scoffed. "Jack, tell them." Jack stepped forward. "Officers, my wife and I are separated. My mother has reason to feel unsafe." "Separated? Since when?" Emma looked stunned. "Since I discovered your lies. The divorce papers will be delivered tomorrow, along with Mom's defamation lawsuit." "All because I said she never helps us?" Emma sputtered. "Because you systematically lied to destroy my relationships," I said. "Because you tried to isolate my son and grandchildren from me." The officers intervened. "Ma'am, leave now or we'll escort you off the property." "This isn't over," Emma snapped. "Actually, it is," Jack said quietly. 4 months later, I sat on my porch with Sarah and Diane, watching Jack play with the kids in the yard of his new house, 3 doors down from mine. "The judge didn't mess around," Sarah remarked. "Emma didn't stand a chance once her parents saw the evidence," Diane added. The court had ordered Emma to make a public apology and pay damages. which went into college funds for my grandchildren. Jack joined us as the kids ran for popsicles from my freezer. Mom, thank you for fighting for the truth, he said, taking my hand. That's what family does, I replied simply. Emma called yesterday wanting to apologize. Said she's in therapy now. What did you tell her? Diane asked. That some bridges can't be rebuilt? He squeezed my hand. Some betrayals run too deep. I watched my grandchildren laugh together, grateful for second chances that didn't require forgiveness, just truth and consequences. What would you do if someone tried to steal your family with lies? Like and comment with your thoughts below.